Well, hello there. How lovely you've arrived. It's Mike Catherwood here in the great state of Tejas, getting ready to do my pull workout, and I've already put up my warm-up and activation routine for lower body. If you're going to do squats, if you're going to do deadlifts from the ground, I can put a link to that to the show notes below. I think it's really good. I also did very recently my push workout activation routine so that you can help feel those muscles during your push workout. Your pecs, your triceps, your shoulders, things like that. It also injury proofs you a bit. There's only one left, and it is my pull workout, which I'm about to do. So I'm about to do my pull workout activation and warm-up routine. This absolutely will help you train a little bit better, and you're going to feel the muscles that you intend to train, because the most common complaints when it comes to I train it hard but I don't feel it are for glutes, it is for pecs, and then finally lats. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Check it out. So the first exercise I like to do, you don't need anything. You can use a band, you can use a light cable, but it's actually quite effective without any resistance whatsoever. I just take my hand, and I learned these from John Meadows, rest in peace. Great guy and a wealth of knowledge, and from what I understand, like one of the nicest guys on the planet. So rest in peace, John Meadows. I got this from you. Put your hand out, really extend your shoulder forward, then bring it back to about, parallel with your torso. Then externally rotate your palm outward, and then drive your elbow towards your spine. You can see, without any weight, keeping myself as fully externally rotated as possible, you just start to really feel your lat. So I push my shoulder forward as far as I can, which is one of the main purposes of the lat, and people oftentimes overlook that, so I really extend it forward. Then I drive it back to parallel with my body, externally rotate, and from that position, just drive my elbow. It would be the backside of my elbow, like I'm trying to put my tricep behind my back as far as I can. I'm really trying to drive into my spine with my elbow. Hold it for about 10 seconds on each side, and I do that about 3 times, okay? That's step number 1. All right, so you saw step number 1. What do you think follows step number 1? Step number 2. You find that immobile object, right, to put the band to. From there, get a shoulder width with the band, and I tighten my lats, okay? Without really stretching the band much, I tighten my lats and get them as really engaged as possible without any resistance. And then I just start to back up, keeping that position. And the farther back I get, the more my lats start to get engaged, okay? And you'll reach that point where it's no farther the band can go without snapping. And just hold that there. Again, for a good 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. First, engage with your palms up. Engage those lats. You can keep it about waist height, the attachment to the band. Engage those lats, and then just walk it back, increasing the resistance the farther away you get from that point. Last, but certainly not least, I'm going to do some TRX rows. You can use a barbell or any kind of stationary object if you don't have access to rings or TRX or anything like that. But I use TRX because I like to be able to have the independence of both arms. And I'm not going to do really parallel to the ground, because the more parallel you get to the ground, the harder the exercise is. If I was training, go ahead and get really parallel. But this is just a warm up and activate. I will do 3 sets of about 10 to 12 with my body at about 70 degrees. Just bring it in, focusing on my lats and back along the spine. Really get that full extension to stretch it out, and then squeeze. And after that, my back is already pumped. I feel it. And when I go to deadlift, rack dead, if I go to do some chin-ups, I am really making sure that all the big muscles that often get neglected simply because you didn't activate them or feel them properly are getting pumped and getting trained. So the stuff I intend to train is getting trained properly. There you go. That's my push activation day, my push day activation and warm-up. And again, there's already a pre-existing lower body warm-up and activation and a push day lower body activation and warm-up, which is in the show notes below. Thank you very much. Love you.